It is written.
Hey guys, so today I'm actually going to be doing my first Halloween makeup tutorial ever, and obviously this is for Superman. Now I'm going to be showing you guys two different alternatives for this look. This one is going with a nude lip, and then at the end of the video you're going to see a red lip. And for the eyes right here, you could see that I just went with the primary colors, which are yellow, blue, and red. This is what the finished look looks like. Since I always do get questions on the palettes that I use my BH Cosmetics 120 color palette, and then I use my 88 shimmer palette from Coastal Scents, and I think everything else I named in the video. I do want to quickly show you guys my costume, and I actually got this from a company called tvstoreonline.com, and they have a promo code for 10% off with the coupon TV10. They have a bunch of Halloween costumes to pick from, and the one that I'm wearing was actually under $30, and it's actually a little tank dress, as you guys can see. And yeah, I know there's kind of a lot of cleavage going on. Costume is a little bit more on the sexy side, and I am wearing a black bra with it, but I actually did that on purpose because I think it looks a little bit sexy to have a black bra hanging out like that. It is Halloween, so it's not like it's an everyday thing. And this is what the dress looks like. It's a tank dress, so it actually goes all the way down to right above my knees, and then it actually has a little cape. Isn't that adorable? So yeah, that is my little Superman outfit. And if you guys want to see how I got this makeup, then just keep on watching. Okay, so we're going to be working with a lot of colors here. So the first thing that I want to do is put a powder down underneath my eye to prevent any fallout staining underneath my eye. If I don't do that, a lot of the glitter and the blue and the red is going to fall down into this area, and it's going to be really hard to wipe away. So I'm just taking a powder, and this is the Wet Dry Powder Foundation by Prestige. This is in the color Wheat, which is a little bit light for me, so that's good. I don't want to put a dark powder here. So what I'm going to do is just load my brush up, and I'm just going to pat this underneath my eye. And like I said, then when all the fallout comes down, when I'm done, I'm going to be able to wipe it away a lot easier than if I didn't have a powder to catch that. So I just want to put that on pretty heavily. For the edge of this eyeshadow, we're going to want a really sharp line. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of tape, and this is just regular Scotch tape. What I like to do is just go like this on the back of my hand so it's not overly sticky. And what I'm going to do is line this up from the bottom lashes straight up. And I'm going to make sure that it's aligned with the other eye since it's already done. And that looks about even, so then I'm just going to place it straight down. Next, I'm going to apply a base to make sure that the colors really stand out. This is going to make them a lot more vibrant. I'm using NYX's concealer in a jar in the shade Fair. It's a really light concealer for me, so I'm going to scoop a little bit out on my nail. And then I'm just going to apply it right on my eye, just like that. Blend it out real quick. Okay, so I'm ready to start applying my color, and what I'm going to do first is work on the lightest color. So that's going to be the yellow that goes on the inside of the eye. Now I played around with this and I used a really bright yellow, but for some reason I like the way that a golden yellow looks a little bit better. So I'm going to be using this shade right here from my 88 palette, a mixture of this one and this one, which are just gold based yellows. I'm going to be using a small pencil brush like this. Alright, and what I'm going to do is just focus on my inner tear duct. And I'm just going to place this right on the inside of my eye. So right in my inner tear duct and then the beginning of the lid. It's always good to start with a little bit. You can always pack more on later. And I'm also going to go down onto my lower lid, just a little bit. I think I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit more so you can see in better detail. Okay, there we go. So you can see that yellow right over there. It's just a pop in the corner. Next, I'm going to be going in with this gorgeous blue color right here. And I'm going to be using a flat shader brush. I'm sorry if you guys hear the lawnmower going outside. It's really, really loud. I'm hoping that my video camera isn't going to pick that up too much. But anyway, I'm going to take this shade right here, and I'm just going to be working this in starting from the middle of my eye. I'm going to be working it out, and I'm going to go all the way up to that tape. So I do want to apply this shade pretty heavily. And I'm just gonna be careful not to go over my crease. Okay, so right now you should have something that looks like that. I know it looks really messy right now, but we're gonna fix it up later. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this gold pigment, it's called Auric, and it's from Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. And back with my pencil brush, I'm just going to dip this right into the cap. And I'm going to lightly be applying this right over that yellow. I'm gonna take a little more on my brush, and very lightly I'm going to be fading it into where we had that blue, just so that it's not a harsh line where the yellow ends and the blue starts. So I'm just gonna gently fade that in. Okay, and throughout this, you're just gonna wanna check to make sure that each eyeshadow is equal on the other eye. So for example, you don't want the yellow to be going in a little bit further more on this eye than this eye, so I'm just gonna check that they look about even and it looks good, so I'm gonna now go on to my red. Okay, so I'm gonna be using this gorgeous dark red shade right here. And I'm gonna be using another skinny pencil brush like this to apply it. Okay, and for this shade, I wanna be really, really careful because if you over blend this red is gonna actually turn into a purple if it's mixed with the blue. So I'm going to be applying this right above where we placed that blue. It really helps to lift up my eyelid to give me a little bit more space to work with. And at first I'm just going to focus on placing this above the blue, and then I'm gonna worry about blending it out later. Okay, so now that I have it placed, I'm gonna take a clean fluffy brush like this. I'm gonna take my time with this. This could take a little bit of time, and I'm just gonna work on blending this out. I'm gonna use windshield wiper motions like this, and I'm also gonna be using circular motions like this. And I'm gonna be really careful not to drag that blue into the red. Okay, and lastly, I'm gonna take this skin tone shade right here in that same fluffy brush, and I'm going to pop this right on my brow bone. And then I'm gonna be taking this charcoal shade right here. I'm gonna apply a little bit on this shader brush. To give a little bit more dimension, I'm just going to be applying this in between that red and blue. And then again, blend that out. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna take this tape and I'm just going to very gently pull it off. You can see it gave us a really nice sharp line right there. So I'm gonna apply just a little bit of glitter since it is Halloween. So what I'm gonna do is take that same brush that I used to apply the blue. I'm gonna be placing the glitter over the blue. I'm just going to wet my brush a little bit. I have this little bag of holographic glitter over here from Coastal Scents. So I'm just gonna dip my brush very lightly in there. I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see this. And I'm going to be placing this glitter again just right over the blue. And that setting spray is going to hold it in place. But just to be safe, after I place it where I want it, just like that, I'm gonna wet that brush again and then go over once more just to kind of lock all of that glitter in place. And now is the part when that fallout powder is really gonna come in place, because you'll probably have noticed that a lot of that glitter has dropped down. So what I'm gonna do is take that same brush that we used to apply it, and I'm just going to swipe it off like that. Next, I'm going to be applying a little bit of black eyeliner right above my lash line just to really thicken it up. Okay, and then I'm going to curl my lashes and apply a black mascara. Oh, and I almost forgot a really important step, which is to take that same black shade that we put in between the red and the blue. I'm going to be using that same shader brush, and I'm just going to pop a little bit right on my lower lash line. Okay guys, and that is pretty much the final look for the eyes. I do want to zoom you in really quick and show you the finished look, but first I want to show you what I put on my lips. This is Wet n Wild Matte 911D, and this is a really nice deep red shade. I know that there's kind of a rule when you have a lot going on with your eyes that you shouldn't put such a bold color on your lips, but it's Halloween guys, so there's really no rules. I do want to show you guys another option for those of you that don't really like red lips. I'm going to show you a nude lip in just a second, but first I want to give you a close-up of the eyes. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe off this red lipstick, and then I'm going to apply NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Stockholm. And there you go, that's the alternative for those of you guys who like to still follow the rules even if it's Halloween, and go a little bit more neutral on the lips since it's so much going on with the eyes. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much everything that I have to show you for today. As far as the hair, when I think of superheroes, Batman, or any superhero, I think of like sporty looks. Instead of going with like really luscious curls or straight hair, all I did is I did straighten my hair out, but then I put it in a really high ponytail, as you can see. And that's pretty much everything. So this is my first Halloween makeup tutorial. I'm so excited. I want to know what you're being this year. And please feel free to let me know if you have any Halloween tutorial requests down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Mwah. Bye.